Hey everyone, so this is a quick tutorial on how to use the DeepSeek R1 using a serverless inference API. So we'll get right into it. And what I've done here, I've just I decided to use Together AI, and Together AI is basically like a place where you can get access to one API where you can then use a ton of models. You go ahead and just sign up here, and then once you sign up, you're going to get yourself an API, and then you're going to get to a page that looks like this. And it kind of gives you what the SDK kind of looks like and how you should kind of structure your code to get a response back. And these are some of the models, the popular models. And here's your DeepSeek, the popular DeepSeek R1 that's there, and pricing and everything like that. You do get $1 free when you first sign up, so that's kind of cool. So you can actually like play around with it right away. So you can use different ones, but I just decided to use Together A1 here just for the sake of it. And so here we go. I installed Together, and then I also installed a Python environment just for the purpose of doing this tutorial. I want to keep my API key in an environment. So once you do that, you go ahead later, and we're going to create an environment kind of a file, and where we're going to store our API key. Here, this piece of code is something I've kind of put together here because a lot of the outputs from these thinking models are really long. And with Colab, here's the output, by the way. It'll keep going. You have to scroll, and you can't really read it very well. So what this piece of code does is it actually structures it in such a way so you actually can scroll down and read the whole thing and see the output. So so that's what that is. And then just going down here again, basic stuff. Put the environment variable, import from OS, and I stored it. So here is the file, and I won't click on it because my API key is there. But anyway, that's kind of same standard procedure if you were using LangChain or whatnot. And then you're going to create your client, so it's Together, and then you're going to basically state your API key. And then here's our prompt template, basically messages, and you just like how they asked us to do it here. You define your user role and stuff, and then content, and and I just put a question here: what caused the Big Bang? And then you create your completion, and you can decide how many tokens you want and stuff like that. And this is the line that you want to write at the end. Obviously, make sure you put dot content, otherwise you're going to get a bunch of other things that you probably don't want to see. You just want to see the output. Now, the cool thing about this is that you get to see like the think section, right? So this is the think section. So you'll see how it's thinking, and then you'll see the output at the bottom, and then you got a conclusion at the end, and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. I'll put the code down in the description or comments and see where it fits well, and you guys can play around with it. So and then one other thing, if you another way to do this is to just go to Hugging Face, and they recently just rolled out a bunch of services. What's it called? If you go to the main page, here we go. Here, inference providers, and so like here's a bunch of other. And so there's a way to do it with Hugging Face as well. And you just have to go in. Once you go into your profile, you can actually put in a credit card, and then you can get a Hugging Face API key that you can then use, and then you can just go to your deploy inference providers, and then you can just put in whatever provider you're going to work with, and then your Hugging Face the key here, and then you kind of do the same thing basically. So this is another way to go about doing it. Whatever you're comfortable with, you want to do it through Hugging Face or directly through the inference providers. So that's just another way to do it. So yeah, thanks for listening, and good luck. Have fun.